Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, you already know by the title what we're going to be talking about, and that is all of the new makeup releases lately. Now, this video, I got a lot of thoughts, so we're going to dive into all of that. But before we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and join the fam, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to scoot over so we can talk about these new makeup releases because you guys, there are quite a few that I want to talk about. So the first release we have is this one right here from Patrick Ta. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely beautiful. So Patrick Ta is coming out with a new blush palette. This is a limited edition blush palette, you guys. This is available now, but on the Sephora site it is sold out. I feel like it's sold out really quickly, which is very interesting to me, but I have seen so many videos on this and I'm definitely picking this up if and when it comes to Sephora in stores. I'm all over this. I think this is absolutely beautiful and I'm so excited about it. This does retail for $58, which I think is a fair price point. A lot of his stuff is really up there in price, but definitely picking this up, and when I do, you guys will see a review on this palette. So the next release we have is from Trixie Cosmetics. This is the Just a Girl collection. It's a 90s inspired collection. So in here we have a 3-pan blush palette, which is $28. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do not like this blush palette because it's one of those blush palettes where depending on your skin tone, you'll only be able to use one of the blushes in here. So there's a light, medium, and a dark blush. So that's a problem when it comes to blushes, because I think that's just a waste of money personally, because I hate when I have to buy a blush palette and I can only use one blush. If that's the case, why not just come out with singles in these shades instead of making it a blush palette, or come out with more than one blush palette that'll work for different skin tones. So that's always my problem when it comes to brands that do one blush palette. I do love the theme of this collection. So there is also lip glosses, a bucket hat, scrunchies, mini backpack, pencil case, and powder puff. I think this is a super cute collection. I think that the whole theme behind this collection is very nice, but I would have loved to have seen maybe 3 different blush palettes or something, I don't know, maybe blush singles in this collection, but yeah, so this is definitely going to be a pass for me. Makeup by Mario just released his Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencils. So I have not picked up the lipsticks yet, but they are definitely on my list to pick up. I have 6 in my Sephora cart. I'm waiting for the VIB Rouge sale to happen so I can purchase those because, girl, my Sephora cart is stacked and I am so ready. That starts on November 5th for Rouge members, so I'm super excited. I can wait till the 5th to get this and also the lipsticks, but I'm definitely going to be picking up a couple of these shades. The 3 deepest shades look nice. Honestly, lip liners is so hard to come by or to work with for my skin tone. It's really hard to find really good lip liners and expand. I feel like I use the same lip liner all the time, and while that could be beneficial when it comes to certain glosses, certain lip liners look best with certain glosses. Today I'm wearing a new lip liner shade I never wore. I really like it. Was skeptical because I didn't think it would show up on my skin tone, but it does. I can definitely see the, the contrast, and it's from NYX. Where is it? It's the shade Club Hopper and the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fudge Me. Love this lip combo, in case you guys are interested. So this next release is from Colourpop. So Colourpop is coming out with the Just a Penny, oh my gosh, what am I saying? Just a Penny. Oh my god. The Lucky Penny collection. So this is a penny inspired collection. Now, I love looking at comments on new releases, and of course, a lot of people were saying this should have been released next year in March. Well, I think that makes sense, but they do have the Just My Luck palette, which is a green monochromatic palette. We already have that, and I believe that did release in March time, a couple years back. So it doesn't really make sense to release another palette like this during, I don't know. I guess this one makes sense for this time of year because if you think pennies, you think coppers, rich browns, kind of like the Wild Child palette, honestly. I feel like that would have been a great penny palette. Honestly, I don't like the color story of this palette. So basically it does, I've seen a lot of people say this looks like the Baby Got Peach palette repackaged. That's what a lot of people were saying. And honestly, this does look pretty similar to that palette. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but it looks very, very similar. I do think that this palette is going to be a pass for me. I love Colourpop so much, but I'm just waiting for that one collection to like really like wow me. I don't know, nothing has just been catching my eye. Nothing has been like really drawing me in. This is another collection that doesn't draw me in, but I will say the light sticks and the blush sticks, I'm so happy they're like actually being more consistent with coming out with those because I love them. Okay, I love the blush sticks. I did declutter all of my light sticks. I don't know what it is, but me and like cream highlighter don't mix. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's just another product I have to get used to, just like I had to get used to like cream bronzer and cream blush, and now I'm obsessed with those. So like maybe I have to just get used to like stick highlighters, but I just feel like it's a little bit inconvenient, so I tend to stay away from them. But I will say I love that they're coming out with that. And they also have like velvet, the Luxe Velvet lips in here. Definitely gonna be a pass, but I probably will pick up one of those like duos, probably the deepest like blush duo and light stick duo. Next release we have is from Rare Beauty. This is their Discovery eyeshadow palette. This is their holiday palette, and this is coming soon to Sephora. There is 7 colorful buttery soft shades. Now honestly, I am not a fan of the packaging of these palettes. Like I feel like I'm seeing a trend. I think Rare Beauty is going to continue doing palettes like this. I love the color story of this palette. Like it's really beautiful, but the packaging is just not for me. It's just not something that I know that I would reach for in my collection over others. And a lot of that has to do with the packaging. I know that's so crazy to say. Like packaging really is a huge influence on how often I pick up a product, not just the formula, but also like if something looks cute, it makes me want to pick it up even more. You know, I know some people are probably different. Some people might agree with me or disagree with me, but I just feel like for me personally, I've noticed that if a packaging is so pretty, like if a palette is so pretty, it makes me want to pick it up and use it. And when it comes to this palette, the outside packaging looks exactly the same like all the others. So yeah, I don't know. This is just gonna be a pass for me. It really sucks. Like, oh, it sucks because this color story is gorgeous. But I'm hoping she leans into a more different packaging kind of palette. I guess when she like maybe when she does more than 7 shades, hopefully we'll see more like another palette type, if that makes sense. Next up, we have this new release from Jaclyn Cosmetics. So, okay, I have some thoughts on this collection because when they teased this collection, I was so excited. I could not wait to see what they were coming out with. I was like, oh my gosh, what is next? I get so excited when Jaclyn teases new collections because, I don't know, I personally feel like she cannot, like, it's hard to top Bougie Rouge. Like a collection of blushes is like my dream collection. I'm literally obsessed. If you guys know me, y'all know my love for blush. Like I am like so obsessed. But this really disappointed me when I saw this collection. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so disappointed in it because first of all, the face palette, not inclusive at all. Like at all. And there are 2 highlighters and a blush in here. I personally think this palette would have been more beneficial if there was no blush in it at all. You know what I mean? Unless she came up with another blush palette in this formula, in this packaging, and then a highlighter palette in this formula, in this packaging for this collection. So the palette was so disappointing. I was so sad because blushes like those, I cannot use. I've tried them. I've decluttered all of them. I need more punchy kind of blushes to show up on my skin. Like, I just know I cannot get any use out of this particular blush. And the lip liners, I love her lip liners. I'm obsessed with Bold Brew, obsessed. So I did pick up one of those when it got to Ulta. And I also picked up 2 of her liquid lipsticks because I also really love those. Like those, so happy they were in this collection. So I did pick up the 2 deepest shades and the deepest shade of the lip liner. The primer oil, I did not get. I stay away from oils because I have oily skin, and the oil primers don't really mix with my skin, so I just really tend to stay away from that. And then the lip lacquers, I didn't get any of these. I'm not a fan of those kind of shades. I hope that she does come out with the lip lacquers in more nude brownie kind of shades, you know, because like reds and pinks when it comes to lip glosses are not really my vibe. I'm more of a brown nude lip gloss kind of girl. Now, I am not gonna lie, the glaze over shimmer top coats, which retail for $26 each, really killed me inside because I was like, I'm gonna get all of them. I want all of them. Give them to me. I want them. Even though they kind of give me like Colourpop Super Shock Shadow vibes, I still want them. They're really gorgeous. Then I saw that they were $26 a piece, and I was like, oh no. Yeah. No, that's like $30 for a shadow, like for 6 shadows. When it got to Ulta, I put all of them in my cart and I saw my total. I was like, absolutely not. So I took them all out and just ended up getting the couple of lips that I mentioned. I really wish those were cheaper, honestly. I don't know, I might pick up 1 or 2 if I have a coupon or use my points at Ulta, but I need to see a little more reviews on those to see which shades I think will look best. Okay, so next up we have a new beauty brand. So Mariah Carey is coming out with a new makeup or beauty line. Honestly, I really thought that Mariah Carey would have been the one to come out with this sooner, like years ago. But I'm really shocked that she hasn't. I don't know, maybe she's just like, or maybe I'm just thinking about all of the like collabs she's done, and I don't know, has she come up with a perfume before? I feel like a lot of celebrities have perfumes, but I'm not sure. But this is really interesting. I'm always like intrigued to see what celebrities are going to do with their brand, how different they're going to be. So this is very interesting. I did want to include this in today's video just so we could kind of talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts down below about what you guys think about this, because I'm really shocked that she hasn't had one already. Next up, Morphe just released their new holiday collection. It's called the, what is this called? It's called the Larger Than Life Holiday Collection. So first off, we have the Big Primpin' Artistry palette, which is $26. You guys, this palette is really beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, the packaging is stunning. I love the neutrals in this palette, and I love the lighter pinks. I don't know, I really contemplated picking up this palette. I know it's like a simple, basic palette, but believe it or not, I do not have that many neutral palettes in my collection. Like, I don't know why. I don't. I just use the same neutrals palettes over and over again, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I do love to have options, and this does look similar to Morphe's palette last year, but they're not exactly the same. I kind of decluttered that one, last year's palette, but this one I feel like I definitely would keep, so I'm probably gonna pick up the palette. I don't know, but what I am definitely gonna pick up is the brush set. So they have a 7-piece brush set in here, super cute. I love what they're including in this brush set because there's like an angled brush, a brush that looks like you can use for like cream contour, cream bronzer. There's cut crease brushes. There's really small detail brushes. I have to get my hands on that. I believe it's at Ulta right now, so I will be picking that up. I'll probably go to Ulta today and like pick that up. And this other item, which is the Jumbo Continuous Setting Mist, which is $22. You guys, I'm so happy they're coming out with a Jumbo Continuous Setting Mist, because I feel like I go through the Morphe setting mist so fast. Like, is it just me, or like I really like go through those extremely fast? So I'm super excited that that is included in this collection. I'm definitely going to be picking up those 2 things. The palette, if I see it in person, if it's at Ulta and I see it and I'm like, oh, I gotta have it, then y'all know, because y'all see a review on those items. If not, you won't see a review. You know what I mean? Next up, we have this new release from Kylie Cosmetics. So she just came out with the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I really love the freaking packaging on this collection. I think her packaging is a 10 out of 10. She kills it with packaging. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I have used Kylie's formula in the past. I've used her palettes multiple times, and I don't know why I continued to buy them, knowing that a lot of the shades in the palette I cannot use because they end up looking really ashy on me. This was a palette I just had to skip, even though I wanted it so bad because of the collection theme and the design. I skipped on it because I can only use half the palette. So that is a pass for me. And what else? She came out with these cute, with more shine lacquers. That's not a bad price. $35 for 3, not a bad price. But they're more red, and I don't really get a lot of use out of red glosses, so that's why I skipped on that. The lashes I skipped because I didn't need them. The lashes are $18, and I believe that they're individual lashes. Not really a fan of individual lashes. And then there's also the lip and cheek jelly stain, which is $17. I've seen people use this, and a lot of people said it pulled up their foundation. No, I can't. No. Anything that's gonna pull up my foundation when it comes to blush, you can have it. I don't need it. I don't want it. You can keep it. So this collection was a pass for me, even though I can sit here and admire how beautiful the packaging is. All right, so next up we have another release from Colourpop. So Colourpop just collabed with the NBA. Haven't seen a brand do this that I know of. If you have, definitely let me know down below. But this is super cool. Not gonna lie, I wish it was football because I'm more of a football kind of girl. Maybe in the future we'll see some football palettes. We need a New Orleans Saints football palette, Colourpop. I love it because black and gold. Oh, that'll be a really gorgeous color story. Like black, gold, white. Oh, I can see it now. That'd be a really gorgeous color story. Please give us some football. But yeah, I love this because I honestly love this for sports fans because you're going to a basketball game, you're like, okay, I wanna rep my team. Let me go put on my jersey. Let me go do my makeup to, like, you know, do this. And it's like you don't have to think about what colors you're gonna wear. You can literally pull your sports palette or the little sports collection set and you're good to go. I think this is absolutely genius. Like, I love this. I think this is a great idea, especially I think we need it for all sports teams though. I think this needs to be like I need them to collaborate with the NFL because this is great. I love this because every time I go to a Saints party or something like that, I always want to wear a black and gold eyeshadow, wear my jersey. You know, I want to like dress for the occasion, and it's like, okay, I have to think about what palettes have the colors that I need, but having these palettes with your team is all that you need. You know what I mean? Like, I love this. And especially if you are not that kind of, if you love sports, but you don't really like to wear hats, like sports hats, or you just like the jersey, but you want more like sports items to wear, you have your makeup. And if you love makeup, you have your makeup for your sports team. I love this. You guys, can you guys tell that I love this? I'm not a basketball person. These teams are not my favorite teams. I don't really watch basketball. I'm more of an NFL girl. But if this was NFL, and if they do come out with NFL, best believe I'm going to be buying my favorite teams. So, a new release from ABH Norvina. These are she's come up with the Chroma Stix. These are makeup lip. These are makeup pencils, 16 shades, matte finish, smudge proof, waterproof. These are available now. I think these are like $26, almost $30 a piece. Girl, why are, like, I don't know, like, I'm such a Colourpop cream gel liner girl. I feel like $7 to $8 on a eyeliner is just like the cutoff. Liquid liners are a little bit different. When you go high end, you're looking more of the $19, $18 price range. But when it comes to liners, like color liners, $7 to $8 is where I draw my line. So these were definitely a pass for me. I haven't really seen much people talk about this or use these. But yeah, so this is just gonna be a pass for me. So next up, we have a new release from Truly. So Truly Beauty, it has just come out with a limited edition pumpkin spice scrubbing polish and a marshmallow body butter. Both of these are $20 a piece, or you can get them in a bundle for $36, which I love bundles. I love bundles so much. So this is really cool. I have yet to try any Truly like body butter or things like that. The only thing I have that's Truly is their lip butter, and I love it. But next time I go to Ulta, I definitely will pick up one of the scrubs, like just in general. I don't know if this is gonna be available at Ulta. I hope it does, but they look super cool. I love the color of this. Definitely giving me very much Halloween vibes. So yeah, this is a maybe if I see it at Ulta, but I don't think I'll go online to like order this on the Truly site. So next up we have new set from Fenty. This is the Resting Peach Face Cream Blush and Mini Gloss Balm. This retails for $25. I love this little set. I don't really use peachy blushes too much. It really depends on the kind of peach tone that's in the blush, because normally they don't really show up on my skin tone. But this is super cute. I did see this in person at Sephora. I think it's a really cute set. I think that it's such a good deal because the blushes are $20. So basically you're paying for the blush, but like think about it like you're paying $5 for the little mini cream lipstick, like cream gloss. And this is limited edition. She might put it in her full line. I don't know. I might swatch this whenever I go back into Sephora, because it does say it's a universal peach. So I don't know. We're gonna see. You never know. I might pick this up. We're gonna see how it works out in the store. Next up, we have quite a few Christmas sets, which I love Christmas sets. I think the value on Christmas sets is so good, you guys. So One Size is coming out with the Point Made eye set. So you're getting like a quad palette and the Point Made liner. You guys, the Point Made liner, literally my absolute favorite eyeliner, my favorite liquid eyeliner. I love this liner. I am so obsessed with this. You guys have to try this if you haven't tried this already. I love this liner. Like, I have nothing bad to say about it. I think this set is pretty cool. The set retails for $34, so you get an eyeshadow palette and a liner. I think that's a cute little set. I think that's really great. Also from One Size, he came out with the Three Queens primer, powder, and setting spray set, which is $42. If this ain't a good deal, then I don't know what is. So you get the Secure the Blur primer, a setting powder in either shade that you want, and the mattifying waterproof setting spray. So this is so cool. So I love this. I think they're all travel size, I believe. That's such a good deal. Like, if you want to just try out the brand and you like have been really intrigued to try it out, this is such a good deal. Like, oh my gosh, I definitely recommend getting that. Like, that's super, super cool. Oh, that's such a good deal. Next up, we have a new holiday set from Tower 28. This is the Shine On Iced Latte Lip Jelly Duo. So you get a glossy lip duo that includes 2 full-size lip glosses for $22. So you get the shade Chill, which is a clear, and then you get Chestnut, a milky burnt caramel shade. I'm probably gonna pick this up because I think it's so cool. I only own one lip product from Tower 28. I love the blushes. I really hope that we see more blushes in the future because I love the blushes so much. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna pick this up because I want to try out their lip products some more. I do love the one that I've used, but I really like Tower 28. I love their products. Next release we have is from Natasha Denona. This is the new Beautylish Holiday 2021. Is this like a Beautylish exclusive? I don't know. So she's coming out with a mini Metropolis kit. So this is 3 of her best-selling shades from the Metropolis palette and new shades inspired by New York City. Oh, this whole kit. What? I don't know. Is this the whole kit like that? I have no idea. No, I think it's 2 of her bestsellers. So you get a brush and the mini shadow for $25. So basically you're getting that brush for free because normally her palettes in that size are $25. So you're getting a free brush. I think that's a great deal. See what I mean? The other thing she's coming out with is the Baby Glam Ornament, which is $19. I do not think this is worth your money. I know that's, oh my God, that's so horrible to say, Tati. Don't say that. I don't know. I just don't think it's worth the money. I don't, because if you think about it, you get 5 shades for $25, right? And then you get 3 shades for $19. So that extra $5 for 2 other shades in the other palette, like, can someone make it make sense to me? I don't know. I think the 3 shades is a little, it's not doing it for me. I think the 5 shades is a good amount because 3 shades, it's really hard to create a look. There's no like deep shade in there to deepen up your look. You're really not going to get much variation out of that little mini glam palette. No, I don't think so. That's a pass for me. We have this new release from Wet n Wild. This is the Twin Stars Wet n Wild collection. This is so cute. I am not familiar with this collab or the people that the cartoon, but I think this is super cute. The palette is super, super cute. Like really, really cute. Very pastel. I love the palette. The only thing that I am very much of interest in is, oh, they do have a little setting spray, which is nice. Or face mist. That's pretty cool. The thing that I'm really interested in is this little duo of the lip mask and the lip scrub. I do like the formula from Wet n Wild of their lip mask and lip scrub duos. I think they're really great. I would pick that up. But other than that, this collection is a pass for me. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. It's getting pretty long. Whatever I didn't cover in today's video will be in the next purchase or pass video. You guys, seriously, let me know your thoughts down below. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the releases have not been too exciting for me. Recently, nothing has really caught my eye. I don't know what it is. I feel like I haven't been buying much new makeup just because nothing has been exciting, you know? I'm just waiting for like those exciting releases. I mean, where's the more, like we need more Halloween. Like Halloween is like what, in like 2.5 weeks? 1.5 weeks? I don't know, but I just feel like we need some more Halloween stuff. Maybe this coming week, I don't know when this video is going up, but hopefully in this coming week or next week we see some more releases closer to Halloween. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts down below and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!